I'm appalled at what I watched earlier today on TV on First Take. You got Stephen A. Smith and Kerry Champion looking like they're making it sound like Donald Sterling hung a bunch of African American from the Staples rafters at the Staples Center. You know how they hang jerseys? They're making him sound like he's a plantation owner. Look, the man was in an argument with his girlfriend, whatever. He stated his opinion. He didn't come out here and say he hates niggers. He didn't come out and even use the nigger word. He didn't come out here and say one racist thing. What he said is his opinion. He would rather her not hang around blacks. That's what he said. But Stephen A., racist, who I call him, is making it. And he also said, and I quote, "If they don't take away his ownership, I'm going to have some more to say tomorrow." Well, who the fuck are you? You ain't no better than Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson. You ain't nobody. You're just a loudmouth sports beat reporter for Philadelphia. I don't know, New York, whatever. I don't know. You're fucking horrible. You're fucking, you look like a Robin. Your shit is old. You're like 8 years past your prime. Same with Skip Bayless. I don't know how ESPN employees. And then Skip Bayless, acting like he's that guy from Django Unchained, King, whatever his name was, the best one in the movie. He's acting like him now. They're making Donald Sterling like Leonardo DiCaprio's character in Django Unchained, and Samuel Jackson is Doc Rivers. It's just embarrassing. The African American, I hate to say this, they are the most sensitive race I've ever seen. This is embarrassing. They're making it. Look, racism, everything is prevalent today. But come on, man. Stephen A. Smith went as far as to say we need to galvanize as a country to get rid of Donald Sterling. How the fuck are galvanizing as a country to get rid of Donald? How the fuck? Are you even listening to what you say? You act like everybody is talking like Donald Sterling. Let me ask you something. What did Donald Sterling say wrong? When you think about it, he stated his opinion. He's 82 years old. People lived differently back then. I don't think that way. I'm not racist. But some people think that way. That's their beliefs, especially the people in the South, from what I believe. But you act like Donald Sterling hung a bunch of African Americans from the rafters at the Staples Center. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And Kerry Champ looked like she's going to cry. And then Skip Bayless is like, well, I can't say nothing because I'm not Skip, or I'm not Kerry and Stephen A.'s Keller. Well, then shut the fuck up, Skip. You're fucking horrible. You're a black ass kisser. You're an Uncle Tom Black, whatever. You're a fucking disgrace. I speak the truth. All right? If you get sensitive over someone's comments, if a black owner said the same fucking thing about white people, he don't want his black girlfriend hanging around white people, and this and that, or white girlfriend, whatever, hanging around white people, do you think it'd be a story? It'd be like 5 minutes, that's it, no one else talk about it again. Because we don't give a flying fuck! We don't care! But you got idiots like Stephen A. Smith, Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, making a big deal about this. Look, 82-year-old guy, he's got billions of dollars. He wants the NBA to suspend. They can't do shit. They can fine him. They can't take his team. You got to accept it's the world we live in today. The ambiguity is there. So, Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Racist, as I call you, and Kerry Champion, who I got no problem with, but for real, you look decent. Not going to say you look great. You look decent, adequate, a little thin. But, I'm not going to say I would kick you. You look adequate. But just let it go. Let it fucking go. And in the Clippers organization, the Clippers players have to be the weakest minded bunch of fucking scrubs ever. They actually were contemplating on not playing. Well, I don't want to play. His little words hurt me. He don't want black people being hung around his girlfriend. Fucking make me sick. So racism will never leave in this country as long as there are sensitive African Americans there. And you notice something? Why is America the number? I don't see these racism problems going on in Russia. I don't see these racism problems going on in Africa. I don't see these racism problems going on in Australia. It's in America. You know why? Because we give too many people free fucking speech. That's the problem. Stephen A. should be put in prison. Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson should be fucking euthanized. The fucking rejects. But Stephen A. should be put in prison. He's already ran off in the mouth long enough. So if you're African American, I'm not speaking for all African Americans. I'll guarantee you I can go down the street and they'll be like, oh man, fuck that shit. Who gives a flying? They don't care. They don't care. But these nerds out there, like the Stephen A. Smiths, the Kerry Champions, the Roy Tarpleys, or Roy Tarpley, you guys know he was a Dallas Maverick player years ago. He's probably dead now. But these other, they don't have nothing else to talk about. This is big news to them. It's big news to them. So I don't want to sit there and say all African Americans are sensitive, because they're not. It's just the mainstream media are fucking sensitive. Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, they're ambulance chasers. Stephen A. Smith, I mean, without arduous, listen, think about this. Without Stephen A. Smith, without Skip Bayless, would Stephen A. Smith even be on ESPN? Fuck no. He's only there because he can argue with Skip Bayless, and vice versa. I mean, they're both fucking horrible at what they do. ESPN, you need new talent. Them guys are fucking garbage. So, what did we learn here today? That Donald Sterling is not a plantation owner. There is not 20 to 30 African Americans hanging from the Staples Centers, as Stephen A. Smith and Kerry Champion and the rest of the media would have you believe that he's got fucking African Americans hanging from the Staples Center, the rafters, like they do numbers. There's none of that happening. He just told his girlfriend his opinion that he doesn't like her hanging around Magic Johnson. Maybe Magic Johnson's a Los Angeles Laker. Maybe he don't want a Los Angeles Laker hanging around. And maybe he doesn't. It's his opinion. Opinion, okay? He never came out and called you niggers. He never said none of that shit. It's his opinion. And yet people are crying racism. That's the way the man thinks. I'm not saying it's the right way the man thinks, but it's the way he thinks. He's 82 fucking years old. Do I care? Fuck no! I don't even watch basketball. Basketball's fucking boring. It's the NFL. We don't care. We don't care. So, it is what it is.